Wookiees come from the forest planet of Kashyyyk, where they live in houses high up in the trees. Despite their great size and sharp teeth, Wookiees are gentle and friendly creatures, unless they're angry. The galaxy's most famous Wookiee was Chewbacca. Called Chewie by his friends, he was born 200 years before the Battle of Yavin and had a natural talent with machines from an early age. As he grew up, Chewie became a champion holochess player and a very skilled pilot, learning to fly every ship on Kashyyyk. At the age of 50, armed with his powerful bowcaster weapon, Chewie left his home to explore the galaxy. He travelled for almost 140 years before the Empire made space travel illegal for Wookiees and he was taken prisoner and made a slave. Chewie was eventually saved from Imperial captivity by an Imperial officer by the name of Han Solo. For this, Han was expelled from the Imperial army, but he gained a friend for life. Chewie had given Han a life debt, meaning that he would stay by Han's side forever to repay his kindness. This life debt would eventually extend to Han's children too. Han learned to understand the Wookiee language and took Chewie along with him as his smuggling partner, working for the likes of Roa, Shug Nix, Salazend, and Lando Calrissian. It was during their time with Lando that Han won the Millennium Falcon from him in a card game. With their new ship, Han and Chewie would often return to Kashyyyk, where Han was surprised to meet Chewie's wife Marla and their son Lumping. Growing tired of being pursued by the Empire and Han's old girlfriend Sala, the pair decided to leave Imperial space to work for crime lords in the corporate sector. As the pair's reputation grew, they came to the attention of the crime lord, Jabba the Hutt, and began working for him. On a smuggling run for Jabba, Han and Chewie were stopped by an Imperial ship and lost Jabba's cargo. They were in trouble. Before returning to Tatooine to face Jabba, Han and Chewie would again travel to Kashyyyk to celebrate Chewie's 200th birthday. But the meeting with Jabba couldn't be avoided forever, so the pair returned to Tatooine. On their return, they called into Chalmun's cantina, where Chewie was approached by an old man and a young farmer looking to arrange a flight to the planet Alderaan. Han was initially skeptical, but the old man agreed to pay him and Chewie enough to clear their debt to Jabba, so they couldn't refuse. But maybe they should have, because before they knew it, Han and Chewie found themselves stranded aboard the Death Star. Having fought countless stormtroopers, freeing Princess Leia and escaping, Han and Chewie collected their payment from the rebellion and prepared to leave the planet Yavin, just as the rebel pilots were preparing to face the full might of the Death Star. Chewie believed that helping the rebellion was the best way to destroy the Empire, but Han wanted nothing to do with it. Fortunately, he was able to convince Han to return to help the rebels, just in time to save Luke Skywalker from Darth Vader. Shortly after the Battle of Yavin, Han and Chewie visited Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day and found that the Empire were ahead of them. Luckily, they were able to rescue Chewie's family from the stormtroopers and celebrate Life Day together. Everyone's favourite co-pilot, Chewbacca. First off, he looks a little bit short, and this figure's only a little bit taller than Ben and C-3PO, but he has a much more accurate look than the original figure, and he's standing like he's ready for a fight and has a determined, growly look on his face. His bandolier, which is the belt thing around his shoulders, looks like it does in Star Wars, and it has a shiny-ish look on the metal parts. And we have another new weapon, Chewie's bowcaster. It looks much more like the real thing this time. It has the wings on the barrel and has a similar grey, silverish colour like in the film. It comes with another weapon too, it's called a blast rifle, but I don't recognise it from any of the films, but it still looks cool. Make sure you don't lose them. He's my favourite new figure so far. He looks mean and ready to fight stormtroopers. But I think the most important question to ask about Chewie is, do you think his fur is soft like a dog or coarse like a horse? But either way, I don't think he'd let you stroke him anyway. Let me know if you have any more Star Wars questions, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.